The jungle was ancient, older than memory, older than the rise and fall of human civilization. A heavy fog clung to the ground, veiling the decayed ruins of what was once mankind's empire. The air was silent except for the distant rumble of thunder, echoing like a heartbeat across the valley. From deep within, the mist came a sound. Low, guttural, primal. The cry of a creature that had seen the dawn of time itself. Tyrannosaur Rex, the last of his kind, walked through the overgrown world, his amber eye glowing faintly beneath the shadows. He was not a monster here. He was the land's final ruler. His steps cracked the earth beneath him, scattering ash and vines. His hide, scarred and battle-worn, bore the marks of survival through centuries of storms and starvation. Around him, the forest pulsed with life. Creatures evolved from his lineage, yet none possessed his majesty. He could sense them watching, fearing, remembering. Every sound carried meaning. The rustle of leaves warned of prey. The crackle of lightning spoke of danger. The air was different now, heavier, tinged with the metallic scent of decay. This was no longer the same earth he once ruled. The humans had come and gone, leaving only relics and poison. And yet, within the heart of the dying jungle, the king still lived. Rex stopped near a cracked monument, a stone figure depicting a human face. Rain washed over it, and for a moment he stared, nostrils flaring. There was no hate in his gaze, only understanding. The humans had been strong, but they had forgotten what nature was capable of. He tilted his head, listening to the distance. Something moved, not the wind, not the rain. Another predator, a challenger. His muscles tightened. Even in an empty world, the law of survival never died. The jungle trembled, and the king roared. It was not just a sound, it was a declaration that even after extinction, the ancient blood of the earth still burned. Dawn broke through smoke and mist. The valley glowed in shades of orange and blood red. Rex moved cautiously, every sense alive. The air was thick with volcanic dust and echoes of distant eruptions. Somewhere, deep underground, the planet itself was changing. He found the skeleton of a metal beast, a rusted tank swallowed by vines. His claws scraped against its hull, producing a hollow clang that resonated through the forest. Once, these machines had hunted him. Now, they were bones of a forgotten war. Nearby, a herd of new creatures grazed, hybrid descendants of reptiles and mammals. Rex watched silently. He could have hunted, yet hunger was no longer the only instinct driving him. There was a strange calm, an ancient melancholy. The ground trembled again. The herd scattered. And from the ash rose a new terror. A rival apex predator, larger and younger, shaped by mutation and time. Its body shimmered with metallic scales. Its roar was alien, distorted by generations of change. Rex stood motionless. Then, with the slow grace of a warrior who had fought 1,000 battles, he lowered his head and began to advance. The air burned with tension. The rival lunged first, reckless, full of rage. Rex dodged, his tail slamming with the force of a hurricane. Trees splintered, earth cracked, and the jungle exploded with chaos. The fight was not for food, it was for memory, for dominion over the last kingdom of Earth. When the storm of fury ended, Rex stood victorious, blood dripping from his jaw, the rival's body fading into the dust. He looked to the horizon, where the sun was rising through clouds of fire. The old world was gone, but the king remained. The air was alive with electricity. The horizon pulsed with flashes of violet lightning, tearing through clouds heavy as mountains. Acid rain fell in thin, glowing streams, sizzling against the ground. Each drop carried the memory of a poisoned world, the legacy of human creation and destruction. Rex stood at the edge of the valley, staring into the distance. Beyond the storm lay the remains of a great city, skyscrapers broken like teeth, roads cracked open by the roots of a reborn Earth. The jungle had devoured the empire of man, leaving only skeletons of metal and concrete. He began to walk. Each step echoed through the silence, his massive form dwarfed by the ruins around him. Windows shattered beneath the roar of the storm. The once great towers bent like dying trees. The world trembled, not from fear, but from remembrance. A flicker of movement caught his eye. Something slithered through the flooded streets. Shadows of mutation, creatures twisted by radiation and evolution. They were the offspring of chaos, their forms grotesque yet alive. Their eyes glowed faintly, drawn to the power of the ancient king who now invaded their territory. Rex ignored them. He had faced extinction once. These were nothing but echoes of survival. But as thunder split the air, a shape emerged from the storm. Vast, winged, monstrous. A fusion of bone, steel, and flesh. Its scream pierced the clouds. A remnant of humanity's experiments. A biomechanical horror born from arrogance. The creature descended, shaking the earth as it landed atop a skyscraper. Its eyes burned crimson, mechanical parts hissing with steam. It was not alive in the true sense. It was a ghost of man's creation, cursed to hunt what remained of life. Rex roared, a sound so ancient, so raw, that even the storm paused for a moment. The two titans faced each other across the drowned ruins, thunder rolling above like drums of war. The biomech beast attacked first, launching shards of metal like blades. They ripped through the air, striking stone and steel. Rex lunged forward, shattering debris beneath his feet. Their collision was cataclysmic. Flesh against machine, past against future. The ground split. Fire erupted from the old pipelines. Rex tore through the monster's armor, his jaws crushing its core. Sparks flew like dying stars. The beast screamed, its metal skeleton collapsing into molten ruin. When silence returned, only Rex remained standing, his body scorched, his eyes burning with feral defiance. He raised his head toward the blackened sky and let out one last earth-shaking roar.